I'm not much with these GoPros. I think they're a pain in the butt. I'm going to try it. I need to get used to it some kind of way. But hey everybody, welcome back. We're going to do a video, me and Connie, about what we're doing. Actually, since the first of the year, we've put in a wood burning stove in the bus, a couple of diesel heaters in the bus, made some improvements in the bus. Connie didn't get to retire until the 20th of May, so she's retired now and ready to go, and happy about that. Then we had some concerts we wanted to go to. We saw Kenny Chesney on the 2nd of June. We saw Jimmy Buffett on the 4th of June. Then we were going to split. Then we were going to go. We were headed up to see some of her people in Oklahoma. Then we were going to go see some stuff in Kansas and some stuff in Nebraska, and then on up to the Black Hills to really start sightseeing and really seeing that. I know a lot of you have been to the Black Hills. I've watched your videos. It's really great. I can't wait to go. But luckily, I do a lot of my own maintenance on the bus. So I was changing the oil on the bus before we left, and I noticed that the right front wheel seal was out. That needed immediate attention. So I took the bus over to Southern Tire Mart in Conroe, Texas, and got treated very poorly. And I did not, after talking to them, I did not feel confident that they could do the job, or even that they wanted to do the job. So I picked up the bus. I looked around Conroe and I found a place called Milstead's. That's what they do, is work on RVs for the most part. And I told them I had a school bus. They said no problem. I was like, oh wow, really? No one wants to work on a school bus. I'll tell you right now, if you are contemplating buying a school bus, you better be a real good mechanic, because nobody wants to work on it. Why, I don't understand. It's just a truck frame. It's a regular Cummins engine on a medium-sized truck frame that a box truck would be. But the minute they hear it's a school bus, they won't touch it for whatever reason. It's a real pain. Not only that, but over the last 2 years, I have watched labor rate go from about $120 an hour. Milstead was charging me just under $200. I was like $195 an hour for labor rate. So that adds up like really fast. So I took it in and I said, got a right front wheel seal out. Well, it's also got a block heater that rusted out. I tried to get it out and I finished breaking it. So I thought, well, I can't do this. I don't have the tools. But I'd have them do that too. So I took it in. I said, fix the wheel seal. They said, okay. Well, he called me up the next day with a list of things this long that was wrong with the bus. They had $10,000 worth of stuff on that list. And I told this woman, this service writer, I said, there is no way in hell I'm having all this done. Just need the wheel seal and the block heater. Well, she says, technically you have a back wheel seal that's leaking too. I said, okay, show me. They showed me. It was barely leaking. I said, okay, we'll take care of that too. Then they come back and they said, oh, well, you have to change the pads. The pads are saturated with oil and they won't work. We have to replace them. I said, okay, replace the pads. Well, no, we don't replace pads without replacing rotors. I said, the rotors are like new. They don't need to be replaced. Well, no, that's not how we do it. No, we have to replace those too. And what I should have done, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I should have said, you know what? You're fired. I'll come pick up the bus and I'll take it somewhere else. That's really, really what I should have done. Or situation number 2, when they gave me the estimate for just what I wanted done, I should have made it binding. So for no reason, if you go above this amount, will I pay any more? They don't want to do that. They hate doing that. A lot of them won't even do it because they say there's too many variables that can go wrong. Well, for me, I used to be a mechanic for 2 years, by the way. So I know the scams, I know the gimmicks, I know the crap that they do. Well, I just wanted to get on the road. I wanted to get this over with. It was turning out to be a big hassle. So I said, okay, fine. Do all 4 brakes. Do all 4 wheel seals. Then we'll be done. Well, they came back with an estimate. Oh, yeah, and they did change the oil in the rear end. Okay, great. So they come back with all this stuff with a quote of $6,000. $6,000. I said, okay, let's do this. Well, oh, one more thing. They had the steering gearbox was leaking, and I knew that it was. They said they could rebuild that. They'd have that rebuilt. I agreed to that. I think the steering gearbox was, on the initial quote, was $1,800. I think the front axle was $900. The rear axle was $1,200. The engine block heater was $700. I don't know. Anyway, it added up to about $6,000 with all the labor and everything. I said, fine, do it. It took them, what, a week or more?
A little more.
A little more than a week, about 10 days, I guess, to get it done. I walked in to pay my bill. And that man told me $9,600 and some change. I said, well, wait a minute, you got the wrong bill. That's not my bill. He goes, 96 Thomas school bus? I said, yeah. He goes, that's your bill. I said, how in the hell did we get to that? I showed him the original estimate that I had on my phone. He handed me the piece of paper that said $9,600. They doubled everything. Rear brakes were $2,500. Front brakes were $2,000. The steering gearbox went from 18 to 26. The block heater went from 7 to 12 something. The rear end went from, I don't know, 200 to 350 or something. It just, everything doubled. And I thought to myself, well, you guys got your $10,000 after all, didn't you? You ripped me off. I feel I was ripped off by Milstead's in Conroe, Texas. Again, I thought about fighting this all the way up the ladder. I thought about this. I thought about that. I said, to hell with it. I paid it. My emergency fund now is broke. But that's okay, I paid it. So, while the bus was in the shop, me and Connie come down to the beach house, where we are now. On the way back to get the bus, the Jeep got hot. For no reason, out of the blue, it got hot. Didn't get all the way hot, didn't get into the red, no red lights came on, but it was hot, it was 3/4 of the way hot. And I guess it was my fault. I made the mistake. I told Connie, I said, as long as it's only 3/4 hot and it doesn't redline, I think everything will be fine. So I take this on me. So we got back, we picked up the bus, we went to Connie's daughter's house, parked the bus. We said, okay, now we got to put the Jeep in the shop. Find out what's wrong with the Jeep. 2 days goes by and the mechanic calls us up. Says, you blew the head gasket in the Jeep. I said, say what? Say what? I said, didn't even get that hot. Oh yeah, no, these are aluminum heads. They go quick. He goes, if you drove it all the way from the beach up here with 3/4 hot, he goes, you screwed it up. Great. $4,000 head job on the Jeep. Jeep's in the shop. That's why we're still at the beach house. The Jeep's probably got another week to go, I would say. So, I guess you could say you gotta really want to be a nomad sometimes. You gotta really want it. This is the only lifestyle for me. Connie's decided she wants to join me in this world, on this adventures, and it is a great life. But you're not into sticks and bricks. You see, as we all know, everybody wants to make videos of peaches and cream and great sunsets and beautiful things, and that does happen too. It happens a lot. But you got to be ready for the ultimate kick in the crotch when it comes, and it will come. It's not if, it's when and how bad. We're still good to go. We have not given up on this trip. We will not give up on this trip. We are going to head to the Black Hills. We're going to see what we set out to see. We're just not going to end. It's tough when you have to start out on a trip after this, but it does make you appreciate, makes you appreciate what you got when it's running good. So the 3 years I've had the bus, I've never spent more than $3,500 a year in maintenance and repairs. And I thought I was doing good. I didn't have any problem with that. You know, $3,000, $3,500 for maintenance and repairs. I'm good. We're way over 10 grand on the bus this year. So the sugar beet harvest is going to be that much more important this year than in years in the past. But just to let you know what's going on, we're still down here at Crystal Beach. We'll be for probably another week. But I haven't given up on this trip. We'll leave just as soon as we get the Jeep back, and we'll head for the Black Hills. You got anything, Con?
I'm ready to go.
Yeah, it's been frustrating, guys. I mean, I know you're sitting there going, you know, how can I feel sorry for you? You know, you're hanging out in the beach house. Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. That didn't come easy either. So, but it's not what we had intended or planned. You know, we're ready to get up north where it's cooler and get to seeing some sights and stuff. I want to say thanks to everyone that's following me, all my friends and family. Hang in there with me. I'm going to start making more videos in the near future. Got to try to figure out this GoPro and figure out the editing. Those who know me know I don't know how to edit for crap, so that's still something I'm trying to figure out. But thanks everybody.